I hope you can hear me better now. So yeah, as I was saying, today is really special because it's my first live ever on YouTube, and I decided to do this as a celebration for my first 1,000 subscribers, and I'm just so happy and excited to have you here and following me on this journey, and so grateful that you decided to hang out with me and get to know me and love watching my videos and commenting your beautiful comments. I'm so super grateful and appreciate you all. So today's recipe is going to be the Lotus Brownies. I actually posted a poll on my Instagram at Nour in the Kitchen a few days ago, and one of the most popular requests was Lotus Brownies. So that's what we're making today. So I'll get right into the recipe right away, just so that I don't waste your time. But feel free to let me post any questions you want in the comments, or just say hi or anything you like. I'll do my best to keep an eye on the comments and answer all your questions. So for the brownies, you're going to need some butter. I actually already melted my butter here. You also need some sugar, semi-sweet chocolate chips. You can also use a regular chocolate bar, but chop it up in small pieces so it's easier to melt. You also need some eggs, some corn flour, cocoa powder, a pinch of salt. You need some baking powder and some vanilla extract. And of course, the star of the show today is the lotus spread, as well as some lotus cookies. So I'm so excited to make this recipe. I just made it a few days ago and it was a total hit. We absolutely love it in our house and we love the lotus spread so much. So yeah, let's get right into it. So as I said, I already melted my butter. So to my butter, I will add the sugar and just give it a mix. Combine them together. The sugar will start to melt immediately with the heat of the butter. And to that, I'm going to add all of my chocolate chips. And I will pop it back onto the heat, on medium heat, until the chocolate chips are all melted. I'll be right back. Keep an eye on the chocolate. You don't want the chocolate to burn, so keep stirring every few seconds. Just a quick note about the brownies. They are actually flourless and they're completely gluten-free. So if you want to make gluten-free brownies, this is an amazing recipe for it. It's my absolute favorite. However, these brownies, I cannot call them gluten-free because we're using cookie spread and the actual cookies, which are not gluten-free. So if you want to make them gluten-free, just don't add the lotus and they'll be the most amazing gluten-free brownies you can try. I'm gonna go check on my chocolate and come back. So here it is, it's almost ready. Not sure if you can see what it looks like. I prefer to turn off the heat just before it's all completely melted, just because I don't want to risk my chocolate burning. and it will continue melting even more with the remaining heat. And yeah, now it's perfect and all melted. So before adding my eggs, I like to just beat it for a couple of minutes with my handheld whisk, because if you actually put your eggs right away, they're going to scramble and it will be a hot mess. So it's better to whisk it or leave it for a few minutes until it cools down a little, and then you can proceed with adding the eggs. I'm just going to use my whisk. Sorry if it's a bit noisy. Okay, so now I will start incorporating my eggs. I'll add them one at a time, and I'll also add my vanilla at this point. Oops. That's okay. I'm adding my vanilla, about a teaspoon. I never measure vanilla or chocolate. It's just, you measure these things with your heart. Okay, now both eggs and the vanilla have been incorporated. Can you just stand up, please? So now I will add my dry ingredients, the corn flour, cocoa powder, and pinch of salt. I'm just going to add it all here. And by the way, I forgot to mention, you will find the full recipe with all the exact measurements on my website, and I will leave the link to the recipe in the description box below. So as soon as this video is over, you can find the recipe link in the description box. So now I just added the dry ingredients. I will also add my baking powder. I can get it open. This already smells super chocolatey and delicious. Amazing. So yeah, this is the brownie batter. You want to make sure to really stir it well so that there are no dry patches, dry ingredients left anywhere, and that it's silky smooth like this. The brownies themselves are gluten-free, so you can just stop right there and have gluten-free brownies. Hi, Mona. You can stop right there and have gluten-free brownies. But since we're adding the Lotus biscuits, then no, it's not a completely gluten-free recipe. Okay, so now we're done with the brownie batter. I'm going to spread this in the pan. Sorry. So I'm using just a regular rectangle baking pan. And I will just line it with some parchment paper. Please don't judge my parchment paper skills. I usually like to make it into a bowl because it's a lot easier to place them in the corners of the pan. Now it fits right in and so much easier to work with. So now I'm just going to add all of the brownie batter. This really smells so delicious, guys. You have to try it. Make sure to get every last bit out. And voila. So now I'm just going to smooth it out in the pan. Make sure it's one nice flat layer. It's all level. I like to give it a small shake just to make sure that it's all on the same level as well. And now the brownie batter is ready. Time to add our lotus spread. So here I'm going to actually melt my spread in the microwave for just 10 seconds so it's more runny and pourable. So just 10 seconds, I'll be right back. And now, as you can see, this is a lot more runny than the usual state. And I will spoon 3/4 of it and leave the last quarter for the end. I just add them randomly. And we're going to swirl it all around. Yeah, I think that's enough. And then you can use a knife, or I'm just going to use my spoon and give it a nice swirl. So you get a nice flavor of lotus in every single bite. These are really bomb. Okay. This is the cook's treat. Hi, Abdi. So nice to have you over. So now I'm just going to add my lotus biscuits on the top. I'm adding about 4 biscuits per row, and there'll be 2 rows in total. But you can add how many you like. And I'm just putting them this way. Yep. And that's what it looks like. Now it's ready for the oven. They need to go in the oven that's preheated at 180 degrees, and they'll stay in there for 30 minutes. And you want to check at 30 minutes with a toothpick or a knife and make sure that it comes out clean. And then it's ready. And you let it cool completely, and once it's cooled down, you can drizzle your remaining Lotus all over the top. I'm going to show you what it looks like in just a few seconds. So here I have the batch of brownies that I made. I made these just 2 days ago, and actually the batch is almost finished because that's how much we love them. And as you can see, they are super fudgy and gooey in the center, and with the Lotus on top and the drizzle. You can drizzle it with just a spoon, or you can do it with a piping bag if you want neat lines that are looking more professional, but the taste won't matter anyway. And yeah, so this is what they look like when they come out of the oven, and they are just irresistible. So I really hope you give this recipe a try. And if you do, please leave me a comment below and let me know how you liked it. Yes, these are similar to the red velvet brownies, but obviously with Lotus. If you want, I can share with you the recipe for the red velvet one soon. Let me know in the comments if you want it. Thank you so much for joining me. I really had so much fun making these brownies with you, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.